I've been repeatedly mistaken for a mentally retarded individual.
I've taken bites out of human flesh and swallowed them, but y'all probably already knew that.
When I see stuff at night, I used to say in a commanding voice, "Who are you and what is your intent? This room is under my control." But then I stopped, because I probably sounded like an idiot to any demons and such that were in my house. Sigh. I hate being human.
I just realized that the reason I usually include a little bit of blood in my drawings is because I always have a little bit of blood on me, and I think it adds completeness or realism. Pretty good, eh?
Instilling paranoia in people makes me feel powerful.
You know what sucks? When an embarrassing memory comes into your head, usually of a faux pas you committed or an entirely deserved insult, and you have to violently shake your head and say, "No, no, no," until it passes. I'm sure we've all been there. Anyway, these little flashbacks happen about 3 times a day for me, and they make me wish I had a way to delete memories.
Did you disassemble animals as a child? Everyone does that. Amateur taxidermy is a part of growing up. So, am I a sociopath? I have a shed full of harvested animal parts and borax and salt.
Do you know how, people joke about how they love meat because it's murder and stuff like that? Well, I'm being completely serious when I say that sometimes I'll be eating a hamburger or a turkey sandwich or something and I'll think, I am eating a corpse.
I use apples as surrogates for young men in my torture fantasies in the backyard. The one I'm working on now was selected as a scapegoat because he has the plague, wormholes. First,
I lay awake thinking about how easy it would be to just walk up to my mom and stab her in her sleep. Sometimes I almost do it because it would be so easy.
I worry about whether I should really, in view of my mental state, become a physician. Even if I am an excellent doctor career-wise, with no outward indications of what goes on in my head, I'll still have the most screwed up inner motives to work in the medical field ever.
I have shown up in people's nightmares, though. I guess that's a start. One I remember fondly is a friend of my father's telling me that he dreamt of me skinning lambs. I played a mournful, sighing note, in and out, on my Japanese accordion.
I have zits on my genitals. It's called Horinditis eruptiva, and it's not an STD. It's probably because they hardly ever see the light of day. I just realized that I never had these self-loathing and rage issues before I joined TV Tropes. I guess it really did ruin my life.
I like to open my big Fiskars scissors, put the blades on both sides of my face and squeeze. Not enough to cut myself, but enough to itch and be satisfying.
Sometimes, in the photos thread, I have to mutter, it is not okay to resent someone because they're attractive. They don't mean to upset you, and they can't help it. I think I may need help. Oh God, Melon. I want to mess you up so bad now. I want to rip off your skin and pound your face into a bloody pulp, and tear out all your hair and bust your ribs and break all your fingers like chicken bones, and take big huge bites out of your tender flesh and just draw these big red lines with my scalpel, and punch your stomach until you puke, and step on your toes, and just rip you apart with my bare hands. But I know I never could, even though I'm strong enough. I'm not capable.